Welcome to my bathroom. It's really small. Today I'm gonna be doing like my first ever, I guess, makeup tutorial. I don't do tutorials usually because I never really, I feel like, learned how to do my makeup, but I feel like I've figured out what kind of works for me, and you know, I think it looks okay sometimes, so we're gonna do a tutorial. So I already showered and did my hair, and I'm going to a wedding today. So, but I also, like, the joke of it all is that we're leaving in like less than 20 minutes. So, which, if you know me, I'm pretty quick at getting my makeup done because I don't have that many steps. So, first step, if I am haven't just washed my face and my face isn't damp, I put a little of this on, which just gets it a little moist so that things will stick to it better. And then I'm going in with my Rhode glazing milk and just gonna tap this over my face. I used to do my makeup just straight on prep skin. And I know there's one video, I'll try to insert a clip if I can find it, where I've done a get ready with me and my sisters, and I literally had started putting on my concealer and realized that my face was so dry that none of my other makeup was gonna stick to it. So I put my moisturizer on after my concealer, so really avoiding that now. Then I also have this peptide glazing fluid, which is going to come into play a little bit more, but I'm just going to put this under here. Usually I mix it better and on my fingers, but I'm a little bit flustered. My sisters and I have always filmed get ready with me videos, but they were never technical. This isn't super technical, but it has a little bit more thought behind it. So now that I have that in, it would really help if I had my makeup products on my counter. Recently I've been starting with my contour, which I feel like isn't super popular to do, but I've kind of liked it as a guiding mark for where I'm going to place my other product. So I'm using this brush. I'm pretty sure it was It Cosmetics, which I really like. And we're just brushing up to keep it lifted because over time I've found that that's what looks better. Here I'll kind of move it down my neck a little bit just so it blends. And then we're going up the side here. And same over here. Just keep, when in doubt, just keep pushing it up and lifting the face up. And we're gonna go back in later and add some bronzer so it's not the biggest deal in the world. What do I do next? Then I'm gonna go in with the tinted moisturizer. This I really, really love. And we're gonna do a little bit of the peptide glazing fluid. Just a pump. And then I have this brush from Tarte that I just really like. This is the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, and that's why I don't really put on a moisturizer before, just because I want to avoid being too oily. I do kind of have a naturally oily skin, I think. I'm not really sure. I feel like my skin texture and type has changed a lot as I've grown up, but I definitely have struggled with oily skin, especially in the summertime. So I try not to over moisturize myself. Okay, I usually try to just get a good base with this, and so far I really like the way it looks. But I have a little bit of a problem because I just came back from the beach, so I'm not the same skin color that I was before, and now I need a darker concealer. I have this old NARS one, I think should work. So I'm just gonna use this on I have a few problem areas under the eye, anywhere that I'm afraid of some old scarring coming through, and then on my nose. Oops. That wasn't supposed to be there, but it's okay. And then also do this a little bit, and that kind of just lifts it again. Now this, usually I'll just blend in with my fingers. I think it helps it blend more with the tinted moisturizer, gives it a more natural finish. And I also want to avoid irritating any of those blemishes. So now we're gonna add some blush. So I'm using the Rhode, again, shocker, in Freckle. This is the only one I have, but my mom actually picked this out, and it is It's perfect. I love the shade. A lot of times for this, because it is a cream, I do try to use my fingers again. I also rinse my hands off a lot just because like it can be a lot of product on my hands, but this I just feel like blends better. And when I use this, I feel like I wipe it off. Yeah? Oh, I haven't even got to that step yet. Very natural. Love it. For on my eyes, I have this Morphe palette that I like genuinely never use, but oopsies. I cannot find my eyeshadow brushes to save my life right now. Did I throw them away? Like what happened? There we go, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here and just kind of make that my base and like very loosely put that on. And then I have this cream eyeshadow from Alley Oop. And I just stay really close to my eyelid or to my lashes and buff it out with my finger. So it kind of takes it from like a browny purpley to just like a tanner, brighter brown. Now I really gotta kick it up because we have to leave in 5 minutes. Highlighter. Sticking, I try to do all cream before I do any powder, obviously, as one should, but like sometimes I forget. I did do a little bit of eyeshadow. Oopsies. Okay, that's not a part of the tutorial. So I'm using the Benefit High Beam. Then I'm gonna use it in the center and just pat it in to the center of my eyelid. Okay, that was a little bit more than I was wanting to use, but it's okay because we're gonna also put it right under the brow. Put it in the center, under the brow, and then we're gonna do a tiny bit in the corners. And kind of just gotta blend it very gently. Obviously, on the tip and whatever that's called. Why can't I think of the name of that? I don't know. That's pretty much it. I think I need a little more blush on this side. Let's see, where did I put my blush? I finished the cream section of my makeup, so we're gonna go in, and this is where I become like really not a makeup artist, okay? We're gonna take the Too Faced bronzer and put it pretty much over where I put my contour for the most part. You can be pretty generous with where you put the bronzer, I feel like. I like to put it in the spots that I like typically get tanner. I feel like I'm missing something really essential, but I don't think I am. Okay, yeah, this is where it's like, okay, if I did have more brushes, I would use a different brush, but I don't. So we're using the same brush to put on my powdered blush, and I try to like shade match as accurately as possible to the freckle, to that. It's pretty close. This one also has like a highlight in it, so I don't necessarily add a lot of highlight on my cheeks because I already have that like underglow. This is something that I've always done. I don't know if like it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like a lot of times a ton of makeup gets inside my brow. Yes?
Are you ready?
I'm almost ready! I feel like a lot of makeup gets in there, so take off a little. And then eyebrow gel, just using the Anastasia eyebrow gel. We gotta go. That holds it pretty well usually. I need to curl my lashes. And then we're taking the Ilia mascara and we're gonna just pretty much put this only on the top lashes. Now I have to make sure that I don't get any on my eyebrow because that happens a lot. Or on my eyelid. And there we go. Now, last face step is we're gonna add some faux freckles because I do have freckles, but they get concealed when I do that, and I like them a lot, so I like them to be really pronounced. So this is like the Tarte freckle go with the faux. And then last thing is lips. Let me go get my dress on and I'll come back with my lips. I left my normal lip liner downstairs and I don't feel like going to get it because they're gonna yell at me. We're using the Charlotte Tilbury one today. This one's clearly been used a good amount as well. I usually use the MAC Cosmetics Soar. If this was a normal tutorial, that's what I'd be using, but I realized I think I need some more highlighter on my nose. Right there, and then a little more on my Cupid's bow. And I think that's good. Okay. what are you gonna do? I changed my lips up a lot, like what gloss I'm putting on. I love this Dior one. I think it matches the Rhode really well. Same with this like Chanel, which I think I'm gonna do the Chanel today. Usually I either do the lip oil, Dior lip oil, or the Rhode peptide, but I'm gonna do the Rhode today. And that's the look. Bye. Never mind, I forgot setting spray. And then I'm gonna bring powder with me, so in case I need a little touch up. Now that's it. Bye.